friends, welcome to 2025 and welcome to my New Year's Eve week vlog. So I just wanted to pop in here and intro this video. It's a little bit of a step back into vlogging. So I have all kinds of things going on, lots of cooking, lots of adventuring, and a lot of reading. So I hope you'll enjoy. But I also wanted to just pop in and say where it starts is New Year's Eve, and we happened to go to Austin for New Year's Eve, and I started later into our trip, but I just wanted to come in and share some photos that I took of before I started actually filming. And that was, we got into town a little bit early before check-in, so we went to the mall and kind of checked out one of the malls that we went to when we first got together. And then we also went to our favorite little, or my favorite little place that's only in Austin, and it's a 24-hour diner called Kirby Lane, and it has vegan options and vegetarian options, and it's so cute. So I just wanted to pop some pictures in to show you some of the food and yummy stuff we got that I forgot to film. So yeah, that's what I'm doing here. So hopefully there are some fun little delicious foods around my head right now, all right? But anyways, let's get into it. Let's travel back in time and let's get this going, shall we? I think we shall. See you there. Okay, so after lunch, we went to a bookstore called Book People, and I recorded this very awkward book video of the bookstore. It was 3 stories tall. You can clearly tell I'm very awkward and uncomfortable filming in public, but you know what? Girl is trying. It was very cute. Like I said, 3 stories tall, which was pretty cool. I ended up getting the 2 books in the Rose Hill series that I was looking for by Eliza Silver. It took us a minute to find it because we had to figure out where we were and what we were looking for. But this bookstore was huge and awesome. We almost got that mushroom book because we really like mushrooms, and we're kind of looking at all the edible plants and stuff. I'm into that. Then we got checked into our hotel where they gave us a complimentary beer. So before heading up to our room, we kind of hung out and drank that beer. And then finally we get up to our room and checking it out. It was very cool. We were staying in a historical hotel called the Driscoll, and it has a really unique history to it. But this is our room. I loved the little nightstands, little historical travel cases. So we really enjoyed that. It was a very cool room. And yeah, in a second, you're going to see my face. But there I am. Hello. Welcome to 2025. Afterwards, we went and checked out the haunted painting that we heard was on our floor. Turns out it was right next to our room. Then we went downstairs back to our car to get our stuff, and we're very close, but they don't have any public parking nor hotel parking, so you have to pay to park. But I'm about to zoom in on the historical hotel that we're staying in. But first, we're going to drop our stuff down, peep my shoes that I'm going to wear later tonight. But yes, I'm going to zoom into it. That little brown building right next to the colorful building is the hotel we're staying at. The floor with the flags we're going to go up to in a minute. That's where we are now. And it's right next to the... So on that side is the LBJ suite where him and his wife Lady Bird stayed when they came into Austin. They loved the Driscoll Hotel. It's where they had their first dates. And eventually they actually lived in the suite we're about to show you. But this was a cute little hangout spot. But yeah, that's the LBJ suite. This was the floor that had all the suites. But it's going to have all the pictures of like him and his wife. And just some cool little history for sure there. Yeah, so it was really fun exploring the hotel and like the history of it and the spookiness of it. Now we're at the bar, the hotel bar. I love a hotel bar. I love a hotel bar. Right before I started this video, I accidentally started the video with the light on, so that was super embarrassing. But here's our spicy margarita and beer, a couple glasses of water. Now we're on to getting ready for the night. This is my New Year's Eve outfit, and we're about to go get some pizza and head to the Comedy Mother store, or Mothership, not Mother store. They don't allow you to have your phones in there, so that was pretty much it. And then we went on to New Year's Day. We're back at home where we break out the cookbook of Mythical, and we've been wanting to make some recipes out of here, so we found the perfect time. The first one we were going to make was the watermelon habanero wings, and that's exactly what we did, and that is what's boiling on the stove right now. And they were so delicious, a little less spicier than I was hoping for. I love a spice, but look at those are my veggie ones. I always make veggie, and then my man's, he makes the real deal, but that's that. And now we're into my first book of the year, which was very exciting, and watch me struggle to open this freaking new Kindle Fire tablet thing. Don't see the password. And yeah, so I used this not for a Kindle, but I thought it was cool because when you get on there, it took me forever to find the app. You can see the books in color. So that's why I actually use my real Kindle to read on, but I wanted to show you the Lost and Lasso cover in its full glory, and voila, that's where we're at. Okay, so I just got done filming a video, and now I am going to pick up this room. It is a disaster, so I'd like to get it cleaned up. We're gonna put on a vlog and we're gonna get to work. Cheers. Some water. Let's get to it.
You go on social media, new platform, TikTok, you're seeing different people taking this and using it to support their position. Not only
Okay, hello friends. I am currently walking outside. It's very chilly, it's very windy, hence the hood up. But I'm heading towards the track that I live really close to so that I can move my body. That's my goal for this year, move my body more. I'm not putting any more kind of expectations on myself. I just want to move my body more. There's plenty of ways to do it. I got a bike, I have a track, I have the whole outdoors. I don't like to be in gyms, so I will not be doing that. But I was thinking about joining Hotworks, which is kind of good, but kind of differently. See how I feel about it. I might go test it out. Jeez, this wind. Hopefully it's not as windy at the track. We shall see. But I wanted to make sure that I move my body at least once this week before the first week of the year ends. But it's been a little bit harder this week just because my man, he had the week off, so our holiday was kind of extended. But he had to go run an errand, and I thought perfect time for me to go walking. So that's what we're doing. It's fucking cold. Jesus Christ. I'm hoping because it's Sunday there's not going to be a lot of people here. Because that's the last thing I want to do fingers are so cold that I can't fucking press stop. Alright, I'm at the track. I'm on lap 3. It's still cold as shit out here, Jesus Christ. My nose is gonna run. But what a nice track this is. And don't let the sun fool you. It is not warm out here. But I thought that doing a mile was gonna be long and tiring and a bit annoying. But honestly, I think I'm gonna go for 2. We shall see if I make it through another 5 laps. This went by fast though, so I feel like it should not be any issue. I realize that this audio is gonna be shit. But at least I'm trying. Alright, check in soon. Bye. My fingers. Alright. 2 miles done, easy peasy, other than how absolutely cold it was. The wind today is brisk. It is so brisk. Okay, but that was easy. I could have done it longer, but my podcast was ending and my face is frozen. So I'm gonna head home, get some water, and warm up. And then maybe we'll do a little book haul. Oh, there's a person. Okay. Check in soon. Bye. Hello friends. Okay. I just got back from my walk. I've got my water. My face hurts from how cold it was. And so yeah, there's that. But I thought I had a little time, so I thought it'd be fun to do a little mini book haul because a little bit of library books, a little bit of books I just bought. And yeah, let me go blow my nose. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. I went and got the books we shall talk about. So, let's talk about the library books first. First one's first. And that is Of Gods and Monsters by Zavai James. And this is one that I have checked out from my library. This will be the second time. The first time I really wanted to get to it, but I just was reading Throne of Glass. So I just didn't have time. So I couldn't get to it. But I really was interested in the premise, and basically it's about there's some kind of project going on with the gods. So they invite humans, like top-rated, smart humans, top-rated, like the smartest humans they can find to do said project. And there's a chaos demon, and the little title is She Was Destined for Chaos. So I believe this is going to be a top tier top tier enemies to lover, which is my favorite romance trope. So I'm excited to get into this. I probably will read this sometime soon. I'm assuming I'm going to start it maybe even tonight. Yeah, so I was excited about that one. Another one that I got, I just picked this one up. Well, okay, so originally I picked the second in the series up because it was a little novella and the blurb kind of intrigued me. And then when I got home I realized it was book 2 in a series, and I was like, I'm kind of like OCD like that. I don't like to end book reading on uneven numbers, and I don't like to start a series out of order. That might not be OCD, to be honest. That's just normal. So I requested the first in the series. I'll be real, I'm not sure if I'm gonna like these books, but I thought, hey, it's the year for fantasy, let's give it a try. So that would be The Fireborn Blade and The Bloodless Princess. I believe there's a little bit of a glare, sorry. Bloodless Princess and The Fireborn Blade by Charlotte Bond. And I believe these are sapphic romances. I don't know if this one's sapphic. To be honest, it kind of looks like it might be. This one is about a female knight who gets into a little bit of a tiff, and she has to complete a wild quest to win back her honor, and that's basically getting the fire-burn blade from its captor, which is the dragon. And then this one, I have to remind myself what this one's about. Oh, so I think this is about her same, I think that this is literally her story continued. And so then she's still having to win her honor back, it seems like. Or maybe she gets her honor back in that one and then loses it again. But then she has to go to the afterlife and beg the bloodless princess for her honor. So we'll see. We'll see how these go. They're small. They seemed kind of interesting. Now I feel like I'm talking myself out of it for some reason. This one has a flying cat. So, you know, I'm kind of just here for it. So we'll check these out. If I don't like them, good thing they're library books and I'm just no harm done. Let's move on to some books that I've bought recently. And one of those books is a second in the series, and that is The Apprentice to the Villain by Hannah Nicole Maher. Wow, you would never believe I was a reader. Well, actually, maybe you would. If you're a true reader, you know we don't say words right. I mean, we try though. This is the second in the series. This book, there's mixed feelings about it, but I love a sprayed edge. And I read the original and I thought it was silly, fun, and just an easy peasy little whatever read, you know? And I enjoyed the two main characters, and this one just picks up their story again. And so we go on another adventure, and I'm down for it. Some would say the villain is not actually at all villainous, and I would agree with that, but I still thought it was funny and cute, and I can't wait to get back into it. Next up, that I just recently bought on this trip, so you've probably seen it in this vlog, and that is a series, which is Wild Love by Elisa Silver and Wild Eyes by Elisa Silver. The third one comes out in March, and some people that I watch on BookTube have read these and loved them. And I know that this one is the trope of I've fallen in love with my best friend's sister, and then I'm not sure what this one is about. Okay, so it seems as if she's a top charting country artist who's hitting some bad press. She needs to take some time away. She goes to Rose Hill, meets a man who happens to be a single father of 2, and he happens to be a shameless flirt and is, you know, loves a blossoming with that, okay? She's gonna fall in love with her kids, she's gonna fall in love with him, and we're gonna be loving it for it, hopefully. The last one I want to talk about is another one that I actually got on Kindle, and I've actually already read this one. I just got it and I finished it a couple days ago. I think I've talked about it in this vlog, and that is Lost and Lassoed, and that is the third in the series. Pardon me while I figure out the name, because I think last time when I talked about it, I also couldn't tell you who it was by, even though I looked it up again. Yes, Lost and Lassoed, the Rebel Blue Ranch series. Yeah, the Rebel Blue Ranch And that's Lost and Lassoed, the Rebel Blue Ranch series, book number 3 by Lila Sage, which is a beautiful name. And I've got these ones on Kindle, but I kind of wish I hadn't because the book covers are so fun. And this one I had been waiting for. This was the reason I wanted to pick this series up, but then I realized that that book that I wanted to read hadn't come out yet. And of course, it's a frenemies. Why do I keep saying frenemies? It was an enemies to lovers, which again, favorite trope, and also single dad trope. And yeah, I've actually fallen in love with the Rebel Blue Ranch cast of characters, and each book I've just gobbled up. This one took me a day and a half to read, so quite the obsessed with them. The next one comes out in, I believe, June. Don't quote me on that. June or April. That month is popping in my head. And that one, well, let's just look it up actually. Oh, okay, it's coming out in April. That one's Wild and Wrangled. That's book 4 in the series. And that one's gonna follow Cam and that doesn't sound right. Oh, I was right. Nailed it. Cam and Dusty, which Cam is the mother to the daughter of the single dad that we just read about in Lost and Lassoed. And well, the whole they all love each other. They're all like very close, and Cam and the main character August in the book that I just read that we're talking about, he and her had like a one-night fling, and it ended up in a pregnancy. They separated but stayed very close. Of course, it's a small town, but also learned to like co-parents. So his story was cute because, well, I don't want to give it away, but basically he ends up needing some help because he's stretched himself too thin, because he's trying to take over his family ranch one day, and he's trying to prove that he can, but he's also a single dad. And Cam is gone for the summer because she is getting married, but also a lawyer, and she's like studying for the bar. And what is it called when you're an apprentice to a lawyer? It's like you're not really an apprentice. I don't remember the right word, but she's off for the summer, and so he's just stretched too thin. And so his family basically is like, you have got to get some help. Enter his enemy, who is his little sister's best friend. See, this town is tangled of all kinds of things, and she is going through some life-changing moments as well, and she kind of just finds herself in need of a job, and he's like kind of not wanting to do it, but then gets his back kind of pushed to the wall, and then you know what happens, because forced proximity is part of it, and we are here for it. We're here for it. We loved it, we laughed it, and it was so cute, and I really loved it. But I'm putting it in my little book haul because I did really just buy it, so yeah. Anyways, that's my little book haul. I'm gonna go continue to drink water, change, and then yeah, have a snack and check in soon. Bye. So I've broken out the Mythical Cookbook again. We've used this twice now. We did the habanero watermelon habanero wings a couple days ago, you saw. Today we're gonna do the famous orange chicken parm. And I'm gonna do my veggie, and then the Manzy's gonna do his regular. So let's go do that. Catch you in the kitchen. Good morning, friends. All right, so I have decided to extend this vlog a little bit into this week, just because last week I started later into the week anyways, and the beginning part is probably all just like B-roll and me talking over it as I was in Austin. But anyways, we had like an extended holiday because I think I talked to you guys about this yesterday. We took the entire week off, and our house is definitely lived in. It is a disaster. So I am gonna spend today cleaning it up and getting it organized and getting it put back together and kind of just bringing it back to baseline. But before we do that, it's coffee time, baby. Let's get some coffee.
They could be doing. This is what they were doing just minutes before John O'Keefe walked into that house at 3430.
So just a quick note here. There's so much going on in this case. I can't remember if...
Hello. Okay, so we are about lunchtime, and I've been bouncing back and forth between the kitchen and the living room trying to get it organized and get the Christmas decorations put away. I'm not going to be able to finish the Christmas decorations today because I have to get some more like wrapping paper because we got glass balls this year and I really don't want them to break. Oh, say hello to Dreamy. Hi, Dreamy. Hi, baby. I've also been taking breaks to read this. I'm not that far in. I'm on chapter 4. So far I'm not sure how I'm feeling about it, but I'm not that far in, so that's okay. I am eating lunch now, and I have leftovers from last night, the orange chicken parm, and then I'm also gonna crack into a Sprite, but they have a limited edition vanilla frost Sprite, and it's pretty good. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. I'm currently watching Bookables and her most anticipated books of 2025. So yeah, that's the little update, and I will continue cleaning after I'm done eating and hanging out for a second. Catch up soon. friends. Okay, I took a little break from cleaning to do a little editing of this vlog, and now we're gonna get back into cleaning. I need to switch the laundry and switch the dishwasher over, or empty the dishwasher, switch the dishwasher. But it looks like it's still drying, so it might need a little bit more time. And then we'll continue to clean the kitchen, because kitchen you always know, like for us, even though we're constantly doing the dishes throughout like the days when we have breaks and stuff, we're just also constantly like cleaning up and then cooking again. We love to cook. We're big cookers up in this house. So it's like, it just gets a disaster, cleans up, gets back into disaster. So it's in a perpetual disaster state. Really struggled with that word. So we'll start with switching the laundry over and then giving the dishwasher a little bit longer, but we'll start wiping off counters and stuff, hopefully. Yeah. Oh, I think I want to make another little coffee because it's midday and I'm tired. I'll also take the Christmas lights and tinsel down from the kitchen. So we'll work on that. That's the plan, that's the goal. Let's execute it. Coffee time. Morning friends, how you doing? Okay, so today is probably going to be the last day of this vlog because we're going to be quickly jumping into another vlog here in a couple of days for Winterween. So I thought I'll just wrap this one up. Plus, this would mark a full week vlog since I started this past Tuesday on New Year's Eve. Anyways, I've got some books updates. You guys were watching me read Of Gods and Monsters, and When I started it, it was so kindly, the author was so kind to give a trigger warning right in the beginning, and most of the triggers I was like, no big deal, except for the infidelity. I'm not big into books that does, like, has cheating. It's not my cup of tea, to be honest, but I was still gonna give it a chance. And yesterday I got to like chapter 7, page like 50, I think, and I realized where the story was going. Plus, I was not vibing with any of the characters. I was just like not into it. So I DNF'd. I decided this is the year not to push through books that you're not like feeling, you know? And I wasn't feeling it. I wasn't feeling the main character. I wasn't feeling the two dudes. Like, nothing was sitting good with me. I do think that this would be for someone though. Like, I do think if you're into this kind of like gods and stuff like that, that this is for someone, just not for me. So we DNF'd. Now we're going to start some other books. Last night, right before bed, I started Sleuth-It on Kindle. I did not get that far. Like, you know how Kindle like starts to read, or starts to like learn your reading speed? I started reading and then I was like, looked down, just like glanced down, and was like, the first chapter is gonna take me an hour? That scared me a little bit. I had to turn that off. So I didn't even make it through the full first chapter. That's okay. Whatever. We're still gonna read it because I was very into it, other than trigger warning, the animal death at the beginning. I was like, oh, I love animals way too much to be reading this right now. But I kind of expected it a little bit for that time period, but also a witchy book, you know? It kind of warned me. So we started that, but we also rented on Libby 2 other books. We rented I Was a Teenage Serial Killer by Stephen Graham Jones, and the Paul Tremblay book that's on my list of 25 books for 2025. Who knows? Let me see what it is. Let's see. Like horror movie? Is that just what it's called? I don't know why I can't think of it. Guess what? It's called horror movie. So I rented those 2, or borrowed those 2. So I might start reading one of those as well today, just to find out which one I'm vibing with the most. And yeah, kind of go from there, I guess. But yeah, I'm a little bit sad about this one because I really did kind of want to be into it. I really wanted to read it and like it. But yeah, I just was not, the characters, I don't know. The god, Grayson, he was just so much of a like pompous asshole. I was just like, he's not for me. And then the other guy, the one that I think like there's gonna be like a love triangle of like cheating going on, he also was just like overbearing and weird. I'm like, what? And part of the story that happened doesn't make sense to me. Like it wouldn't easily like you wouldn't be doing that. And I was just like, what is happening? Anywho, I'm not gonna shit on it that much longer. I'm just saying, sadly, I DNF'd it, but for our mental health this year, we're not pushing through books we're not vibing with. Maybe I'll stumble upon this again and be like, I'm here for it. Doubt it, but goodbye. Luckily, it's a library book, so it's not like a book I've spent money on and would be devastated over, because then I probably would force myself to read it. So back to the library it goes. Another thing in my life today is I pre-ordered Grady Hendrix' new book, The School. Your girl just I literally just pre-ordered it and I just cannot think of anything. Witchcraft for the Wayward Girls. It's going to be released the 14th and hopefully I get it the 15th. We'll see. Or the day of, or the day before. I know sometimes if you pre-order, you get the little, you get it like a day early, and that would be exciting. So I'm excited about that, very excited. So I shall be getting that soon. But yeah, we will continue on our cleaning adventure, reading adventure, and that's the update. Yeah, so let's get to it, shall we? Check in soon. All right. it's about time to be lunch. So we're gonna make some rice and vegan chicken. But while we're doing that, we'll continue to clean the kitchen, which makes it seem like I've been cleaning the kitchen for 7 days, but honestly I've just been bouncing back and forth because I can never like focus on one room or not, of one room only. So it's just I've been doing little things here and there. But yeah, I'm gonna finish the kitchen while we're making some rice, and then we'll eat and read and hang out for a bit, and then that is the plan for now. Oh, I've been reading the Stephen Graham Jones I'm a Teenage Slasher, or I Was a Teenage Slasher, and honestly at the moment don't know what's going on, but I do know that I'm gonna like it. It's even like I'm gonna like it, okay? I'm vibing with it a lot more than I was of God and Monsters, even though far different categories of books, but that's okay. So let's get some lunch done, let's get this kitchen finished, and let's eat. Let's do it. Check in soon. All right, so there we go. I made a little bit of rice, and I like my rice super seasoned and super buttery. And then I made some gardenian, I don't even know how you say that, I've never actually said that product out loud, but the garden orange chicken, and I just used the sauce with it. Normally when I make these, I make them into wings, but I thought some rice and orange chicken would go well. I got a little strawberry lemonade. I've got my Kindle, but I think I'm gonna watch a little bit of YouTube. And then I was thinking about going on a bike ride, but it is so cold here in Texas. So I'm not sure if I can get the motivation to do it, but I do want to move my body more this year, and I feel like part of that is just doing it is the hardest part, because once you get going, it's like no big deal. So I'm gonna try to bundle up after I eat and give myself some time to relax after eating, bundle up and go on a little bit of a bike ride. Hopefully, we shall see. If I don't go on a bike ride, maybe I'll go to the track later tonight when school's out. But yeah, it's supposed to snow on Thursday and Friday here. So it is actually very cold. When I went on the track on Sunday, I was like, why is it so cold? Turns out that's because there's a freaking storm blowing in. So yeah, that's why it was so cold. But I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna contemplate on what I want to do, moving my body wise, and we'll go from there. Yeah. Hello. Okay, so I think we have reached the end of the vlog. You've seen me make lots of food, but just previously we made dinner, which was going to be probably one that people are gonna question. And let me explain, okay? Let me explain. It was a blueberry Pinot Noir jammed grilled cheese with curly fries on the side. And before you are like, what the freak are you eating? Listen, TikTok. My man found a TikTok, and I love blueberries, and we love to just explore food and stuff like that. So he found a TikTok of someone on TikTok who found his uncle's like drunk recipes, and he started this whole segment called Dead Greg's Recipes, Dead Greg. And the first one we ever saw was a Pinot Noir blueberry jam grilled cheese. And as soon as he sent it to me, I was like, we have to try this. So we made blueberry jam, and you would be so surprised on how freaking good that whole thing is. I do not know why, but it's almost like a little charcuterie, but mushed together on a sandwich. So don't judge it, don't knock it until you try it. Anyways, it was so good, and if I encourage one person to try it, I'll be happy. I'll try to find the TikTok and maybe link it down below so you don't think I'm crazy. So what have we accomplished this vlog? We went to Austin, we went to a bookstore, we bought some books, we read a book, Lost and Lasso, checked it off, our first book of the year, loved it. We DNF'd a book, sorry Gods and Monsters, you are just not for me. And we started a couple other books. We started Slewfoot, we started, I Was a Teenage Slasher, which is the one that I've kind of veered toward. I'm like 20% in, and I'm gonna read more after this. But yeah, so we got a lot accomplished. We went to the track. We did not go on a bike ride. We're not gonna judge ourselves, and we're not gonna make ourselves feel bad. It is what it is. It's also incredibly cold. I went out there to just kind of like feel it out, and I don't have gloves, so I'm gonna go buy some gloves, and then maybe we can bike ride in the cold. It is supposed to snow in 2 days, so but yeah, so completed a book, DNF'd a book, and started some other books. We're 20% into I Was a Teenage Slasher by Stephen Graham Jones, and I'm really enjoying it so far. It's kind of chaotic, but I mean, we are POV in a teenage slasher, so what do we expect, you know? And yeah, I think that will wrap up this week. But don't fret, I won't be gone for long. The next vlog will be Winterween, and that's gonna be exciting, so stay tuned for that. And I believe it's supposed to snow, so it'll be all the vibes for Winterween, all the vibes here in Texas. All right, I hope you enjoyed the vlog. I hope you enjoyed this chaotic girl, all the food we ate, and I hope to see you next time. But until then, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and you stay safe out there and continue to read. All right, bye.